Hi, all these beautiful souls on earth that are listening, that are connecting with my material. I just want to send you some love from my heart. And just take this moment to say how grateful I am to have you, connect with this different truths I'm sharing, different information that comes through. Yeah, I really enjoyed the energy that I was experiencing during the geostorm, and then like after it finished, then it got really intense for me, and I think I was experiencing like two conflicting beliefs every time I made a decision, like two opposites. Like one would be one way, like completely the opposite of the other, and so this created a reaction of like overwhelm, and also like receiving downloads. So I noticed that I observed that during that time I allowed myself to experience the feelings, to observe them, and it got to my heart. And I also noticed that I would get really balanced when I connected with the earth. So this really helped me navigate the emotional landscape that I was experiencing. Yeah, and just became really conscious of my intuitive gifts were really activated, like my all the clairs that I have, clairaudient, all the clairs, and so spending time with nature really benefited me, and just craving for lots of vitamin C, like lots of lemonade, that really just was really intense. Like I had to have lots of lemonade, and I have quite a lot of vitamin C, but just intense craving for anything lemonade and oranges, any citrus fruit. Yeah, and this was really an interesting experience because these geostorms are gonna get more intense, and I was receiving like downloads that we are going to confront all our shadows, and we have to transmute this energy by processing the emotions and accepting and forgiving ourselves and whoever is involved, and then releasing it back to source. And so this was coming through that inauthenticity is something that is prevalent in the planet, and we are going to raise our frequencies to such a level that we have to peel off the layers of the darkness and the wounding that blocks our authenticity. And in order to navigate safely, we have to allow ourselves to feel the darkness within us, the reasons why we behave and we have negative behaviors. And it can be quite painful because a lot of those blockages are rooted in pain and resentment and all these negative programming that some of us have embodied deep in our psyche, and as a form of self-defense. So it's really important that we accept our fears, our shame, that we are compassionate in that process, because the more resistance we have, the more painful it will be. And I know it's not easy to navigate when we're having to flush all the crap out if one is not used to doing the inner work, because there's a difference between reading books and acting. than to really, processing, and being honest with ourselves and taking accountability. The more honest and transparent we are with ourselves, it really will make this process so much easier. And we're all doing this together with the ascension process, and it's really imperative that we act with compassion. There's a difference between people pleasing and having integrity, seeing that we're all struggling, and it doesn't make it easy to hear some truth, especially when it comes from the ethers, from within ourselves, if we have been engaging in a way that is dishonest or inauthentic, or living from our shadows, and sometimes taking that leap of faith of stepping in and sitting with ourselves and allowing ourselves to feel and to admit and to take accountability is something a lot of us have no desire to do. It's so much easier to play a character. So I just wanted to share that, whoever you are, whatever you've done, it's okay. It's okay to admit it. It's okay to ask for forgiveness. It's okay to forgive. And you can ask Source to help you understand deeper if somebody has done really bad things to you. The more you forgive yourself, the more easy it will be to even navigate this higher, even more higher energies that will soon be here. And the reason why we're doing this is because we're evolving, we're expanding. The universe is expanding, Source is expanding, and our souls are a light seed in a cell in our Creator's heart. And the more you release, the more you feel that love, the more you feel the truth, the more you feel, the joy. And I just wanted to say that you're not alone in this process. So mastering the 7 virtues and purifying yourself from the 7, what we call the 7 deadly sins, or habits, or untruths. We have to master ourselves from greed, from selfishness, from pride, from laziness. And it's so easy, like when we are being bombarded with so much, it's so easy to kind of like listen to our fears. But we know that vibration, we know the vibration of laziness, we know the vibration of greed and pride and lust. There's a difference between lust and just enjoying intimacy and lovemaking, So it's the excess, that we must tame. Yeah, and learn new tools, unlearning others. So we have to be prudent, we have to, act with clarity. And we have to accept, our distortions in that darkness, because we are the light. And we're also the darkness. And once we take accountability and correct those errors, or start to sculpt this new path and go deeper into who we really are. Yeah, and the light is infinite. Without the contrast of the darkness, we wouldn't be able to really expand more. So this is for our expansion, our growth. Yes, it's easy to just live in ignorance, and just tell ourselves, this is who I am. So stay grounded. Yeah, and it's also very important to give ourselves a break from using technology so much, you know, because of radiation. Yeah, and it's just an invitation to embrace the process and not to fight it, or it can become quite challenging, but not challenging in a way that is unsurmountable. And having faith and hope is something that will assist us. And you can also ask for help from source. You can ask for assistance from your ancestors, depending on your belief system. This universe is amazing, and it can create so much. And we're going to be even in such a beautiful level of existence, you know. And I don't know if any of you have noticed a lot of pixelation in the colors when you open your eyes in the morning. Yeah, it's like looking at this infinite like expansion that is occurring from within to the external and external to within. And just to know we're all going in this journey, and some of us are so steep into our darkness and our selfishness and our low self-worth. It's so important that we're compassionate, and if you're feeling angry, if you're feeling resentful of or jealous, just dive deep within to the source of that wound. And there's so many healers out there. There's so many therapists, light workers. Yeah, you can contact the Samaritans. It's a free service. You know, there's so many other services out there that can assist, you know, whenever you need to talk to someone non-judgmental. If you can't access therapy or many techniques like breath work, if you're feeling truly overwhelmed, and you can take magnesium, CBD oil. There's many things many resources we have out there, and I will keep making posts about this. I mean, it's really imperative that we take care of ourselves if we want to be of service, if we want to be here. Because suicide, if we try to end this process, we'll have to incarnate and come back and do it all over again. Or not, you know, depending on whatever is your soul contract. But from all the texts and teachers I've worked with and the information that I've received is that we all chose to be here because we're the body of source, of course. And even if you're an atheist and don't believe in anything that I'm saying, remember that you're not alone in what you're going through, and that you can reach out for help, you know. And it's important to remember also what we focus on is what we're going to be attracting. So it's really important to practice acceptance and release. So I hope that you're giving yourself the love that you need and the compassion that you need to navigate through this process. I myself was experiencing a lot of different emotions, and the fact that I'm deeply clairaudient and empathic, and yeah, so it really helps me to exercise and drink lots of water, magnesium. You know, you can take ashwagandha, shilajit. There's so many different things out there, you know. But I really, for some strange reason, I'm so obsessed with limes and lemons and citrus fruits. and drinking water and ginger. I love ginger, my best friend. Yes. And, you know, I think comedy really helps, humor really helps, being curious and the questions we're asking from ourselves and the universe, you know, it really can assist us through this. Yeah. And I think we've overcome so much already, you know. And if you're still here with me, I think you're super awesome and brave. And I wish you a really lovely weekend and that you stay present in your body. I'm going to do some videos about grounding and navigating through these emotions when we're going through this process. And yeah, I just want to wish you love and self-acceptance. Yeah.